Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about other worlds? For centuries, people have been fascinated by Mars, the red planet. It shines brightly in the sky, beckoning us with its mysteries. In 1877, Giovanni Schiaparelli saw lines on Mars. He called them canali, meaning channels, but it was mistranslated as canals. This sparked excitement about Martian life. Percival Lowell believed in Martian canals. He built an observatory to study them, but later they were found to be optical illusions. Yet, the fascination with Mars continues. The dawn of the space age in the 20th century brought new opportunities to explore Mars up close. No longer were we limited to observing the planet through telescopes. We could now send spacecraft on missions to unravel its mysteries. The Soviet Union was the first to attempt a Mars mission in 1962. They launched Mars 1, a probe designed to fly past the planet and send back data. Unfortunately, contact with Mars 1 was lost before it could complete its mission. The United States followed suit with the Mariner program. Mariner 4, launched in 1964, became the first spacecraft to successfully fly past Mars and send back close-up images. The images from Mariner 4 were grainy and black and white, but they provided our first glimpse of the Martian surface from space. To the disappointment of many, the images showed a barren and cratered landscape. There were no signs of canals, cities, or any other evidence of life. Despite the absence of obvious life, NASA continued to send missions to Mars. In 1971, Mariner 9 became the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. It mapped the entire Martian surface. Mariner 9's images revealed a much more diverse planet than what Mariner 4 had shown. There were giant volcanoes, vast canyons, and evidence of ancient riverbeds. These discoveries suggested that Mars was once a much warmer and wetter planet than it is today. Could life have existed on Mars in the distant past? To answer this question, NASA launched the Viking missions in the mid-1970s. Viking 1 and Viking 2 were the first spacecraft to successfully land on Mars. They carried out experiments designed to detect signs of life. After the Viking missions, there was a lull in Mars exploration. It wasn't until the 1990s that interest in the red planet was reignited. In 1996, NASA launched the Mars Global Surveyor. This orbiter carried a suite of instruments that revolutionized our understanding of Mars. The Global Surveyor mapped the planet in unprecedented detail. It studied its atmosphere, magnetic field, and geology. One of its most significant discoveries was evidence of water ice near the Martian poles. This finding suggested that Mars might still harbor liquid water beneath its surface. Following the success of the Global Surveyor, NASA sent a lander and rover mission to Mars in 1997. The Pathfinder lander touched down on the Martian surface. It deployed a small rover named Sojourner. Sojourner was the first rover to explore another planet. It traveled a short distance from the lander, taking pictures and analyzing rocks. The Pathfinder mission was a huge success. It demonstrated the feasibility of landing and operating rovers on Mars. It also captured the public's imagination with its stunning images of the Martian landscape. Building on the success of Pathfinder, NASA launched 2 more rovers to Mars in 2003. The rovers, named Spirit and Opportunity, were designed to study the history of water on Mars. Spirit landed in Gusev crater, a site that scientists believed might have once been a lake. Opportunity landed on the opposite side of Mars, in Meridiani Planum, a region known for its deposits of hematite, a mineral that often forms in water. Both rovers far exceeded their planned 90-day missions. Spirit explored Gusev crater for over 6 years. Opportunity continued to roam Meridiani Planum for an astonishing 15 years. The rovers sent back a treasure trove of data about the Martian surface. They found evidence that Mars was once a much warmer and wetter place. They discovered minerals that could only have formed in the presence of liquid water. Spirit and Opportunity's discoveries transformed our understanding of Mars. They showed that the red planet was once a habitable world. Their journeys across the Martian surface captured the imagination of people around the world. They became global icons of exploration and scientific discovery. Section 5. Unveiling Ancient Secrets, the Curiosity rover. In 2012, NASA sent its most ambitious rover yet to Mars. The Curiosity rover was larger and more sophisticated than any previous rover. It was designed to study whether Mars could have ever supported microbial life. Curiosity landed in Gale Crater, a site chosen for its diverse geology and potential for preserving signs of past life. The rover was equipped with a suite of instruments to analyze rocks, soil, and the atmosphere. It also carried a powerful drill to collect samples from deep beneath the surface. Curiosity's mission was a resounding success. It found evidence of ancient lakes and rivers in Gale Crater. It discovered organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Curiosity's findings provided the most compelling evidence yet that Mars could have once been habitable. The rover continues to explore Gale Crater today. It is sending back valuable data that is helping scientists piece together the history of Mars. Section 6, a deeper look, InSight and the Martian interior. While rovers explored the Martian surface, NASA also sent a mission to study the planet's interior. The InSight lander touched down on Mars in 2018. It carried instruments to measure Mars's seismic activity, heat flow and wobble. InSight's mission was to help scientists understand how rocky planets like Mars form and evolve. The lander deployed a seismometer, the first ever placed on the surface of another planet. This instrument listened for Marsquakes, the Martian equivalent of earthquakes. By studying Marsquakes, scientists could learn about the planet's internal structure. InSight also used a heat probe to measure the amount of heat flowing from Mars's interior. This information provided clues about the planet's thermal history. InSight's mission was a success. It provided valuable insights into the structure and evolution of Mars. Section 7. The quest for life continues. Perseverance and the search for samples. In 2021, NASA landed the Perseverance rover on Mars. Perseverance's mission is to search for signs of ancient microbial life. It is also collecting rock and soil samples that will be returned to Earth by a future mission. Perseverance landed in Jezero Crater, a site that scientists believe was once a lake. The rover is equipped with a suite of instruments to study the crater's geology and search for biosignatures or signs of past life. Perseverance is also testing technologies that could be used on future human missions to Mars. One of these technologies is MOXIE, an instrument that produces oxygen from the Martian atmosphere. This technology could be used to provide breathable air for astronauts and to create rocket fuel for the return trip to Earth. Section 8. Future plans, human missions and the dream of colonization. The exploration of Mars is far from over. NASA and other space agencies have ambitious plans for the future. These plans include sending more robotic missions to Mars. They also include sending humans to the Red Planet for the first time. A human mission to Mars would be an incredible achievement. It would allow us to explore the planet in ways that robots never could. However, sending humans to Mars presents many challenges. One challenge is the long journey time. It takes about 6 to 8 months to travel to Mars with current technology. Another challenge is the harsh Martian environment. The planet has a thin atmosphere, extreme temperatures, and high levels of radiation. Despite these challenges, NASA is working towards the goal of sending humans to Mars in the 2030s. The agency is developing the technologies and spacecraft needed for this ambitious mission. Some people believe that we should go beyond simply exploring Mars. They believe that we should colonize the Red Planet. Establishing a permanent human presence on Mars would be a monumental undertaking. It would require developing sustainable ways to live and work on the planet. Section 9. Conclusion: the enduring allure of Mars exploration. From the early observations of Schiaparelli and Lowell to the sophisticated rovers exploring the planet today, Mars has captivated our imaginations for centuries. The exploration of Mars has been a journey of discovery. We have learned that the Red Planet was once a much different place than it is today. It may have even been habitable. The quest to understand Mars continues. Each mission we send to the Red Planet reveals new secrets and raises new questions. As we continue to explore Mars, we are also taking steps towards what may be the greatest adventure of all, sending humans to another planet. The exploration of Mars is not just about learning about another world, it is also about learning about ourselves. It is about pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and ingenuity. It is about inspiring future generations to dream big and reach for the stars.